What's the tea? I heard you wanna. What's the tea? Heard you wanna. The tea, like me. What's the tea? What's the tea?
Hey, greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome to another fabulous episode of What's Tea with Sebastian Bonet. I'm your host, the Sebastian Alexander Bonet. The reason why I am doing this video today is because I saw a very wonderful, emotional, and touching video yesterday by Miss Marsha Ambrosius, a former member of the group Floetry. The video is called Far Away, and I'm going to try to be able to put it at the beginning of my video here so you can actually watch it if you haven't seen it. I'm not sure if I'm late, early, or even on time when it comes down to this video. I thought it just came out, this past week, but my ex told me that it came out like 3 weeks ago. But anyways, this video is called Far Away, and it depicts a relationship between a man and a woman as they're walking through the park and seeing his homeboys and seeing a woman and children that he knew. But turns out that woman is, that he's walking with is his best friend, and he is in a homosexual relationship. Ultimately, he is turned away from all the people that spoke to him in the park while he was walking with Marsha, that gave him dap and said hello, and the young woman, the other woman that had her son and daughter that, she allowed the children to embrace him and embrace her, then saw him walking through the park with his boyfriend holding hands. And from there, the woman with the two children proceeded to shun him and not allow the children to speak to him or his lover, and his homeboys in the park began to gay bash him. To make a long story short, he ended up committing suicide. I'm sure because of the gay bashing, because of the bad things that had happened to him in the course of his life. And it is remarkable how Marsha and the director, whomever the director may be of this video, how they portrayed this video. First off, I wanted to commend them because they used two masculine men in the video. Oftentimes, there's a perception that all gay men are frilly and furry and powder puffs and feminine and all that, and that's not the case. So she chose to portray the video, and I'm sure her friend was a masculine man, and her boyfriend, his boyfriend, was a masculine man, but she portrayed them in a light that society often does not see us. And so kudos for that. And there's a lot of symbolism in this because if you notice, in the course of them walking through the park and him meeting, of course, of him and her, the best friend and Marsha walking through the park, his homeboys acknowledge him and give him dap, and the other woman with her children acknowledges them and gives them, allows the children to embrace him and her. But one thing I noticed, and this could just be very well me, children are not tainted. When the young boy saw his friend holding his lover's hand, he didn't say, "Oh, that's two men holding hands." He saw his friend and wanted to go embrace his friend. And his mother stopped the child from embracing him. And that shows that children are blind to, not blind, I'm sorry, they're very innocent to everything that is going on. Children are taught hatred. Children are taught prejudice. Children are taught all of these things from media, from their parents, from their actions. The child wanted to go up and embrace his friend because that was his friend. No matter what he did, what he had done, whom hand he was holding, that was still his friend. So that was one symbolism that I caught, and it made me value the innocence of children, the way children are not judgmental, the way children love and embrace no matter what, whom you are, race or creed. The second thing is when he got gay bashed, the camera panned up to the American flag, and the creed is the American creed is life, love, and liberty, if I'm not mistaken, and justice for all. And that made me think about, is there really justice in America for the gay male, for the gay female, for the black gay male? When we're taught up, especially when we're brought up, especially as men, we are taught that we have 2 strikes against us. We have 1 because we're black, and then 2 because we're male, and then 3 because we're gay. So we are black, gay, male. So we already have 3 strikes, you're out. And so how much freedom is there for an African American gay man? How much justice is there for an African American gay man? How much equality is there for an African American gay male? And when the camera panned up to them kicking him, it began to wave in slow motion. So that was another art or act of symbolism that I caught, because we claim to be this great country of equality, and this is where you come from other countries to capture the American dream, and yet instead we have people in our country that are not equal. We are not up to standard or up to code with our white counterparts. Even with the white gay males, we are not equal by any means. So I appreciate that symbolism that Marsha Ambrosius decided to put in the video. I encourage an open dialogue, because oftentimes things are not spoken. And as we know, suicide runs rampant within our community. From our family shunning us and turning us away, from even to the Caucasian male that was filmed by his roommate up in New York, and he committed suicide by jumping off George Washington Bridge. You know, we need to have some kind of an open dialogue saying that it's not okay. Bullying is not okay. This is not something that is acceptable. If you allow this to happen when a child is 7, 8, 9 years old to be a bully, what do you think is going to happen when he becomes 18, 19, 20 years old? He's just going to be an older bully. And so we have to stand up for ourselves. And now I guess I'm lucky that I've always had some kind of stature on my side. I've always been a big dude. I've always been a tall dude. So you would have to think twice about, trying something with me. But for those persons that don't like confrontation, for those persons that are of smaller stature, for those persons that are effeminate, or maybe not effeminate, we have to have some kind of open dialogue, because this cannot go on. This cannot continue, because it is a generational curse. It is a societal curse that is happening to our young black gay men, that is happening to our young black gay women, that are happening to women and men, period. And I think that this is something that we need to address, and firmly address. We address HIV/AIDS, we address adoption, we address equality, but we need to address this because it hits home. There is no reason that people should be committing suicide because of bullying. I just can't fathom. And when I saw it, it really hit home. It made me think about my life. It made me think about, yes, sometimes people say things, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me. Words do hurt. But I have not had the unfortunate incident or where someone had gay bashed me or did physical harm to me. And I pray that never comes. But I hope that we take this video and take what she has done and take it to the next level. Take it to where it is an open dialogue and an open communication, not just within the gay community, but with outside the walls of the gay community, because this should not happen. This should not take place. And this, it really, really, really bothers me that this takes place in our quote unquote great country. Please, feel free to chime in. Feel free to say your part, to say your piece about this. Do a reply video. Type some things down on the bottom of the screen. It really bothers me that people think it is okay to bully other people because they are gay, because they have disabilities, because they are mixed, because they are dating interracially, because, they have adopted kids for whatever reason, because you have HIV/AIDS, because you are just different from what they are. They say that you fear the things that you don't understand. Why not try to understand it? They say that ignorance is bliss, but if you have the opportunity to understand it, why not understand it? If you don't understand why I'm black, if you can appreciate why I'm black, or if you have a problem with me that I am black, why not let's sit down at the table of equality and figure out what we have in common that can bond us together. Skin is only skin. It runs deeper than that. If you have a problem with me that I'm homosexuality, why not let's sit down at the table of brotherly justice and then figure out what we have in common to get past my personal preference in the bedroom and see what we can have in common and the involvement of the greater good. That is my biggest issue with what we have in our quote unquote great country. I can't judge you. I have no heaven or hell to put you in. But why do you feel that it is okay to degrade me, to bully me, to make me feel that I am less of a person, less of a man, because I choose to do something in my bedroom that does not concern you? Whom I'm sleeping with in my bedroom does not concern your household, does not concern you whatsoever. The same way that FICA takes out of your check, she takes out of mine. The same way you pay your rent every month, I pay my rent every month. The same way that you pay your light bill, I pay my light. What's the difference? You walk through the mall holding your husband's hand or holding your wife's hand. Why can't I walk through the mall and hold my man's hand? You walk through and be lovey-dovey and kissy-kissy. Why can't I? Because society says that is acceptable in the heterosexual community, but is unacceptable, in the homosexual community. Why not? What makes you any different than me? I want to walk through and hold my man's hand because I love him, the same way you love yours. Me holding my man's hand has shit to do with you. Me sleeping with my man in my bedroom has shit to do with you in your bedroom. I could care less what you swing from chandeliers, what you suck, fuck, or do in your bedroom. It does not concern me at all, unless you live above me like an apartment and I hear all that banging on the wall. But all seriousness aside, it does not concern me. So what I do in my bedroom, whom I choose to love, whom I choose to take up with, does not concern you. So why must you make me feel like I'm less of a person? Why must you bully me? Why must you talk about me? Why must you do all types of things to degrade my name and make me feel that I'm unworthy of your attention, unworthy of your speech, and unworthy of your time? Because, bitch, ultimately, you can go fuck yourself. So this is, and pardon my French because I'm really articulate, but this pisses me off. And I think people have not gotten pissed off enough to deal with the issue at hand. We have young black men and young black women doing things to themselves that shouldn't be. There should not be any question of suicide. There should not be any question of being disowned by their parents. There should not be any question that society viewing us in a certain way. But one thing I can say, we as men and women, whatever you lead religious-wise, sexual-wise, you have to have a strong conviction within yourself. You have to know you without a shadow of a doubt, because if you don't know, you will let what society says, you will let what your family says, you will let what everyone else says dictate what you do and what you don't do. Please be aware of that. Know you. Know you and stand strong in your convictions, stand strong in the choices that you make as a person. Because ultimately, no matter what society says, no matter what your family says, you have to live for you. When you stand before God, you have to account for your sins. Not your mama, not your daddy. They have to pay for their own shit, and you have to pay for yours. So live your life to the fullest, what makes you happy. We only have one life to live. They say live your life like it's the last. Live each day, like it's the last, because one day, goddammit, it surely will be. And I don't want to have any regrets on what I have done in my life. Thus far, I have not a one regret. No matter what I have done in my past has made me the person that I am today. And I am great in the person that I am today. I have no regrets, because now what I am today is going to determine my future, determine who I am or who I am to become. And I think I am a great person, and I am standing in my greatness. And once I begin to excel, I will excel so far, so fast that what everybody else has to say, it won't have any bother, because, you know, like Miss Candace say, I fly above all the haters, honey. So no matter what you say, I know who Sebastian is. I know who Sebastian is going to become, because God has given me my promise, God has given me my destiny, and there's nothing that you can say, do to me that will take that away, okay? So, I'm going to come on down because I'm feeling a little heated. Check out the video, y'all. Like me this. Don't do this. Do your comments. I love y'all dearly. Y'all be blessed. Be well. Open dialogue, y'all. Open dialogue. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it running. Let's get it out there. There is no reason that things should be happening like this to our people. We are a great people. We have people like Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Oprah Winfrey, Jesse Jackson, a whole bunch of black Negroes and slaves, and Jackie Joyner Kersey and Jackie Robinson. I'm trying to name all of them off the top of my head, and I can't remember. Mary McLeod Clune, even though I don't like BCU like that because I'm a rattler, but you have all of these great people that have paved the way for us that we can't help but win. There is no failure. There is no choice. We can't fail. We won't fail because it runs in our veins. Oh, I'm feeling like Maya Angelou. That's what. Oh, it's in us. Okay, let me come down. Sure, I just feel like Monique right now. Ooh, sister girl. Sister, from me to you, from me to you, sister, sister. Ooh, I honor you. I reverence you. Wrap your hands around you and squeeze real tight and know that you've just been hugged. That's what I feel like right now. All these great people. Hattie McDaniel. Yes, Soror. Yes. The first woman to win the Oscar. First African-American woman to win the Oscar. Miss Hattie McDaniel. Yes, ma'am. She's a lovely soror of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. She pledged. She was not honorary. Anyways. Alright. I'm over it. I'm gone. Y'all be blessed. Follow me on Twitter at Sebastian Bonet. Twitter.com/Sebastian Bonet. Get me at me on Facebook, or my website, what'sphotography.com. Thank y'all so much for listening. Y'all have a great day, and God bless y'all. Happy New Year. Open dialogue.
What's the tea? I heard you wanna. What's the tea? Heard you wanna. The tea like me. What's the tea? What's the tea? What's the tea? I heard you wanna walk like me. Walk like me.